Alright, what's up guys, it's McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review of Season 1, Episode 5, the extended cut version, of course, of Superman and Lois, which is a new 2021 action series that takes place in the Arrowverse. Anyway, so this series, and this episode specifically, stars Tyler Hoechlin as Superman and Pitsy Tulloch as his wife, Lois Lane. And this series is about their life as, middle-aged, adults with two teenage sons, Jordan and Jonathan. In this series, they've just moved to Smallville, so it's about them, this episode, continues, the whole, season story of them getting used to living in Smallville, for Clark, living in Smallville again. Clark is Superman, by the way, if you didn't already know. But for everybody else, just living in Smallville for the first time. And this is the best episode yet of the season so far. It has the best editing, pacing, everything. I love this episode. It had great acting, it had a great story, it had great twists and turns, especially at the end. That big reveal at the end was just awesome. And I can't tell you what that big reveal was because this is a spoiler-free review. Anyway, I just loved this episode, and for me, the best thing about this episode wasn't even the main characters, the two main characters, Superman and Lois. It was their sons, what was going on with their two sons. I love just seeing these two characters, just develop. I love seeing Jonathan and Jordan develop, and their side plot was the most interesting plot of the episode, and it's been the most interesting plot of the series so far. I mean, all of the plots in this season and all the episodes of this season have been perfect, but my personal favorite, plot from all the episodes, there's an A plot, B plot, and C plot, sometimes D plot, has been, the plot about Jonathan and the Jonathan and Jordan plots. I just love seeing them adjust, and I just love seeing them communicate with each other. They're great. They're just really well played, and you can relate to these characters, and you can relate to all of the characters on the show, and all of the characters in this episode, they all give very convincing performances. But in my opinion, the actors who play their two Superman and Lois's two sons give the best performances in the whole series. Have given the best performances in the whole series so far, and in this episode. Anyway, I haven't seen the original version of this episode by itself. I've only seen the extended cut of this episode, which is what I'm reviewing, because that was the only episode that was available on the CW app, which is what I watched this on. But I still saw the episode. It was just the same episode with extra footage added onto it, and I couldn't really tell what the extra footage was, since once again, I've only seen the extended director's cut version of this episode, and not this episode by itself without those few minutes of extra footage. But anyway, this episode is great. It's awesome. It's got great acting, great emotional moments. I love I love the family drama in this show. The family drama in this show is honestly what part of what makes this show so great. It's honestly the best thing about this show. I just love seeing Clark and Lois communicate with each other and communicate with their sons. And I just love seeing their sons communicate with each other. And I just love seeing, like, I just love seeing this family, like, just go through things together and just, really develop as characters and individuals. It's great and it's perfect. Anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 100% out of a 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.